Do you ever wonder what is intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number? The traditional beliefs, customs, and stories of a community. A community not part of the mainstream, unconventional, peripheral, or extreme. Part of an anthology, a published collection of poems or other pieces of writing. This is Esoteric Lore. I'm your host, Edward Aponte, where I push you to ponder the fringes of folklore. Welcome back to Esoteric Lore, the podcast where ancient wisdom, modern psychology, and hidden metaphysics converge into a single stream of human awakening. Today, we're going to talk about a movie that slipped into culture as entertainment, but secretly carried a blueprint for liberation. The movie, The Matrix. Not as fiction, but as a metaphorical operating system for the world we live in, and more importantly, how to escape it, how to excel outside of it, and how to reclaim the agency of your own mind. Let's step through the door. The first principle is the Matrix is a story you were born into. The Matrix says something radical. Most people are living inside a story they never chose. A story of cultural scripts, political narratives, algorithmic conditioning, consumer hypnotism, and the subtle pressures to conform. The Matrix shows that the prison is not physical, it's perceptual. And here's the key: the system only works if you never question the story. To escape, you don't need weapons, you need awareness. Discernment becomes the firewall of the mind, not cynicism. Just a clean, clear inner signal that detects what is true for you. So the first practical step is this. Practice daily debriefing. Every night ask, what influenced my mind today? What beliefs did I absorb unconsciously? What was me and what was the Matrix? Awareness breaks the spell. The second principle, most people are plugged in by comfort, not control. The Matrix doesn't trap people with fear. It traps them with pleasure, numbness, ease, and distraction. In the film, the architect says that the first Matrix failed because it was too perfect. Humans rejected it, so they built one full of tension, desire, and just enough comfort to keep people addicted. Sound familiar? Comfort becomes control. Convenience becomes compliance. Numbness becomes normal. The way out? Micro hardship training. Cold showers, fasting, silence, minimalism, conscientious breathing, daily disciplines, abstaining from the dopamine buffet, not to punish the body, but to fortify the will. When you become comfortable being uncomfortable, the Matrix loses its grip. The third principle, you are more powerful than the system wants you to realize. Neo didn't become the one by downloading powers, he became the one by believing differently. The Matrix trains you to believe you're small, replaceable, predictable, powerless. But in every esoteric tradition, from Vedic prana to Kuji-in, the teaching is the same. Your attention is your power. Your will is your agency. Your consciousness is the source code. Practical steps: the singularity of will practice. Each morning ask, what is today's single target? What is the one thing that, if mastered, weakens the system's hold on me? Focus creates force. Force becomes momentum. Momentum becomes freedom. The fourth principle: that the system needs you distracted, divided, and drifting. The matrix works best when people argue over illusions, people chase endless goals, people scroll instead of think, people react instead of reflect, people obey instead of observe. The key is to shift from ostrich, observer, to operational. The three archetypes we often talk about on this show. But here's how this ties to the matrix. The ostrich hides inside the simulation. The observer recognizes the simulation. The operational human navigates the system consciously. Practice escape methods. The 3 method of stillness. 3 times a day, stop everything, breathe slow, observe without reacting. This interrupts the simulation's attempt to hijack your mind. This is how you're unplugged moment by moment. The 5th principle: the agent you must defeat is internal, not external. Agent Smith isn't the government. He's not big tech. He's not some conspiracy. Agent Smith is the part of you that repeats old patterns, fears change, obeys habits, clings to identity, chooses the familiar, defends the illusion. Smith is the voice in your mind that says, don't push beyond this point. Don't wake up. Don't evolve. So the practical method here is identity shedding. Weekly journaling questions such as, what belief did I inherit instead of choose? What story am I still living that no longer fits? Who am I becoming, and what must dissolve for that to emerge? You can't escape the matrix with the same identity that was programmed by it. The 6th principle: freedom requires training, not awakening. In the film, waking up from the matrix is just the beginning. Neo still had to train. In our world, awakening is not enlightenment. It is not power. It is not mastery. Awakening is simply the first breath after suffocation. After awakening comes discipline, practice, skill, embodiment, mastery. This is where Kuji-in, breathwork, qigong, meditation, and attention training comes in. Practical methods: the operator's daily ritual. Orient. What is real right now? Breathe. 636, breathing to stabilize the nervous system. Observe. Label what your mind is doing. Intend. Set one meaningful objective. Execute. Move into action with precision. This turns your life into a mission rather than a reaction. The 7th principle: becoming the one means becoming responsible for your reality. Near the end of the movie, Neo realizes something powerful. The problem is choice. Freedom is not escape. Freedom is agency, not control over events, but control over how you shape your inner world in response. To excel outside the system, you need emotional intelligence, discernment, attention management, minimalism, purpose, aligned action, and a mind that responds instead of react. The world may still behave like a matrix, but you stop behaving like someone trapped inside of it. The Matrix isn't just a movie. It was a mirror showing us that the most powerful prison is the one we accept without question. And the most powerful freedom is the one we build from the inside out. Awareness breaks the illusion. Discipline breaks the dependency. Will breaks the programming. Purpose breaks the cycle, and presence breaks the spell. You don't escape the matrix by running away. You escape it by walking inside of it, by waking inside of it and choosing to live as the aware, intentional, operational version of yourself. This is Esoteric Lore, where we decode the world so you can rewrite your place in it. Until next time, stay awake, stay aware, and stay sovereign. As always, I leave you with a poem, Breaking the Code. In the hum of the world where illusions grow, we walk in a dream we don't always know. Screens flicker, truths that were never ours, stories disguised as familiar powers. The matrix is quiet, soft in its pull, promising comfort to keep the mind full. Not with meaning, but distraction and noise, the lullaby trap of obedient toys. Yet some of us stir at the glitch in the frame, a whisper inside calling out our true name. The ostrich buries, the observer sees, the operational soul moves with mindful ease. To break from the code is not war or escape, but shedding the patterns that once held our shape. Choosing discomfort that sharpens the will, becoming the one who can finally sit still. Freedom is presence, unbroken, awake, a mind that decides what story to make. When you write your own script, you no longer conform. You step from the system and stand in your form. If you like this video, please subscribe, share, and give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.